Oh, Seven Citizens Black here from Casa Black Gaming, and so with the new huge update to Star Citizen 4.0 comes a new moment in the game where we finally have multiple systems, and as the patches leading up to 4.0 came into existence, many new changes to overall gameplay also happened, making pretty much all guides before this useless. Well, I aim to change that with a handful of various topics, which I will post in one large video guide, and then also break up into smaller chunk-sized guides by topic. But no matter how you find these guides, they will all be quick, to the point, with useful timestamps below and in their own playlist on my YouTube channel. These guides will be aimed at either new players or players who might have taken a break and are fresh to Pyro and all the game has to offer, so no matter your skill level, you should get something out of these guides. So let's stop the chattering and get to the info. So for missions and reputation, we have a lot to cover, so I will be breaking these up into their own videos by mission type. I will probably combine them into their own overall missions guide at the very end, but for now these will be broken up, so look for these within the 4.0 playlist. Also, missions are called contracts in Star Citizen, so I will try to label them as such going forward, but mistakes will be made. Now, a simple explanation of the system is that there is a system for obtaining contracts that are offered in your Mobi-Glass by pressing F1. And then down at the bottom you select contracts, and also at the bottom there is the rep option, which when selected on a fresh account will probably have nothing to show. Reputation is earned as you complete contracts, and as certain levels of reputation are earned, you also move up through various levels within that reputation, which will unlock better paying or more difficult contracts to do. Basically, play it, you'll earn more, you'll get better stuff. Now, the offered contracts will vary depending on where you're located, so certain star systems will offer up their own types of contracts, while others might not. And even within the systems, there are certain planets that may offer up specific contracts with specific reputation vendors that others might not. For this set of contract guides, I will be focusing on the Stanton system contracts and will focus on Pyro related contracts in a later standalone Pyro guide. Now that we know what contracts and reputations are, let's go ahead and dig into a specific contract type. Alright, so maybe ship combat or FPS combat is not quite your thing. Then what can you do? This is where we cover simple hauling contracts. Now, trading comes in two flavors currently. There are commodities that you can go purchase at specific sites with your own money, then truck that across the verse to another part of the verse or other system and sell that for profit. There are a couple of websites to help you find the most profitable paths and what to buy and where to sell, etc. I will link those down below. There are also hauling contracts where you get paid after picking up supplies from one location, loading them onto your ship, and then taking them to a specific destination. The difference between these two is that the normal trading does not currently have any sort of reputation attached to it, and you're open to buy and sell what and where you like, but the risk can be very real if you lose your cargo, since you put the money up front for the items and are only going to make the profit if you succeed in delivering the items. The hauling contracts, however, are set up for you. You just take a ship, go to the designated station, pick up the items, and then take them to a drop-off, and you're paid and your reputation goes up and you unlock higher paying contracts. It's pretty simple, but I will still walk you through it to help save any mistakes and get you on your way. So the very first thing you're going to need is a ship to haul cargo in. Now, the very first mission that I took by opening up my Mobi-Glass with F1, then down at the bottom I went to contracts, then from the hauling menu on the left I chose the opportunity for independent cargo hauler mission, which pays out 50,000 credits. Now, when you click on the mission, it will give you the details such as where to collect the item, what the item is, and where you're going to be taking it to. Now, the mission was asking me to move 10 SCU of cargo, but what if your ship does not have that much cargo space? Well, you've got options. You can either make multiple trips with your ship, assuming that your ship has some cargo space at least, and is not a single seat fighter, or if you've already got some credits, you could just rent a ship. Now, many stations have a place to rent ships from. You can find them from the interstation elevator at the cargo or refinery decks, Now, in major cities, you can find them usually around or in the spaceport. Regardless, there should be something that you can afford, and if not, just do a couple of bounty or mercenary missions, or even the standard cargo missions if those are available, but they were currently not in the initial 4.0 release, but they should be reactivated soon, and those usually just require you to carry a single box or so to earn a little bit of money. Kind of like if you were a UPS or FedEx driver delivering a single package. Now, many of these rental ships are not super expensive to rent for a single day and will definitely make the money back within just a load or two. The Nomad is a great ship with 24 SCU of storage and only 30,000 for a single day. Now, the Hull A for 34,000 can hold up to 64 SCU of cargo, which could definitely make its money back easily. So in other words, you have options. And then you could take your profits and just purchase one of these that has more space for in-game credits that you will have all of the time or until the next wipe, which does not happen that often. Now remember that the goal in Star Citizen is to start small and earn ships through doing more and more contracts or by selling items until you can slowly progress from a starter ship on up to something truly large that can do whatever interests you. Don't ever feel like you have to have the best ships right off the bat with real money. Okay, so enough preaching about buying ships. Anyway, assuming you have a ship that can hold 10 SCU of storage, you need to call said ship out. Now, I own way too many thanks to making so many videos here on YouTube and then putting that money back into the game. So I went down and looked at the cargo space of the ships that I have at my terminal. I decided on calling out one of my absolute favorite ships, the Drake Vulture. Now it says it can hold up to 12 SCU of cargo, but I happen to know I can get closer to 23 to 24 SCU of cargo. So that is what I'm going to use. Not to mention it's a great little ship for doing salvage if you just happen upon something to salvage. So it's one of my main ships that I use. So with the contract accepted and my ship in the hangar, it was time to pick up the boxes of cargo. Now I was already at the station that the contract starts in, so I just went over to the cargo elevator in my hangar and sent down the elevator. Then there was a cargo job on the elevator that said opportunity for independent cargo hauler, which is the one that I took, and I just moved that over from the right to the left side. Then I raised it up. Then once it was up, I began moving the boxes toward my ship. If you're interested, there is also the option to have your ship loaded automatically before you call it up, but I'll leave that to you. I honestly just like moving the boxes myself. It's kind of therapeutic. Anyway, I honestly could have parked at any angle and been closer to move the boxes directly onto the ship, but I was kind of lazy. Now, moving boxes can be a good thing to do. That is just chill, as I just mentioned, or kind of relaxing gameplay if that's your thing, but I do get that it's not for everyone. Now, there are bigger tractor beams that can move the boxes further and faster, but I do not own one yet with this fresh restart. There's also an exosuit that can move cargo, which is available to buy in several places in Stanton for around $75,000, such as the Astro Armada in Area 18. You can also get one at the New Deal at Hurston and the Crusader showroom floor. Now, I would seriously only recommend that for using with the larger ships or ships with external storage like the Hull A. They can be kind of cumbersome if you have smaller ships. Anyway, after the boxes are loaded up, just hop in your ship and do what every responsible freight hauler does: inspect that cargo. Make sure there's no boxes loose around that could possibly fall out. They can fall through your ship sometimes, so just be careful. Then you're going to get in your seat, set your jump to the next destination. Go ahead and jump. Then you're going to land in the hangar, and remember to park closer to the freight elevator so your unloading is easier. Got to save the back. Then unload the boxes and park them on the raised elevator. After you've moved all the boxes on, you're going to lower the freight elevator down. If all goes well, you're going to see that this transaction is confirmed. You just click confirm. And if you were making multiple trips, it's okay to confirm. It will just count towards the cargo boxes that you dropped off. And then you can go pick up those other ones that you left and bring them back. And you will still get the same screen and complete. Now, after hitting confirm, the elevator drops and the game recognizes your contribution. At least it should. And if you deliver them all, it will show contract complete and you've been paid. Now, if you have more to get, the number in the upper right corner is going to update and you would go get them and do this all again until that's complete. Hopefully though, everything works out, the game doesn't mess up and it actually shows complete. If it doesn't, I would probably just switch servers and try the mission again. Anyway, congratulations, you just finished a hauling contract, and now when we look at the contracts tab in our mobiGlas and under hauling, we see that there are now 30 hauling quests. These range in different prices and amount of boxes that you will need to take, so choose those that you can actually take depending on the ship that you have. You can also chain missions together if you're going to similar locations, and you can make a butt ton of money this way per hour. So this really is a fully fledged out mission type of system that works really well and is a good money maker. Anyway, that's pretty much it for hauling. Okay, so that's it for this 4.0 little guide, but as mentioned, this is a small guide on a single topic, but there will be a larger guide with all topics in one, so do look for more guides on 4.0, which are all in their own playlist, as I will have quite a few of them, or you can look for that larger overall guide if that's your thing. Now, if you found anything helpful here, then please consider liking and subscribing, as that really helps my channel grow. I also have a Discord where all are welcome, and we have many nice helpful players who cover a wide range of time zones who can answer questions directly or even help to offer assistance in game, so come on over. Anyway, I've been Black, and let's keep it positive out there as we make our way through the verse.